Hello, Sagittarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Bonefire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. Supportive oracle? Okay, can't do the words today. Supportive Oracle cards are the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Changing T's to D's and all the other good stuff. Okay, why not? Why not, you know? What do we have for Sagittarius? Okay. There's a lot of cards. I'm going to cheat. Just look at a couple of them. Wow. Like, I'm trying to remember this magical spell cards. I haven't used them in a while. There's a lot of positive energy here. I know not all of those cards are positive, but you're getting a lot of the positive cards. You're getting a lot of them, which is good, right? I mean, we're not upset about that. Starting right off, you got success though, but it's like hitting the mark. Like the picture on the success card, it looks like it's literally a bullseye. If I can get it on here. There we go. Hitting the mark, like hitting that mark. And you're putting in the right effort. The Page of Coins makes me feel like you've been working at something for a while. And just like, it's just finally doing what it's supposed to. It's kind of like, I've been working on this, I've been working on this, I've been working on this, and you know what? I've been working on this. And finally, it's finally like, oh, okay, finally. Like, it's starting to really shape up. I feel like you might even be kind of questioning it. Kind of like, is it? Like, is it? Because I've been working on this for a long time, but it really looks like it's finally working correctly. Is it working correctly? Things really seem to be stabilizing. There's a lot of positive cards here in the beginning. In the environment, you got the Ace of Pentacles. Not only is it finally going the right way, but there's a level of harmony here. I don't have the harmony card out over here. I don't even know if it's out here, quite frankly. But there's a level of harmony to where not only is it going correctly, but people are seeing like, oh, this doesn't have to be this hard. This doesn't have to be this difficult. We don't have to struggle like that. If we just kind of work together and do it this way, the way the Sagittarius wants it to be done. And I'm also getting like you might give some pushback on that, like, well, I didn't decide how it needs to be done. I just know I just know how to do it. So people might be looking at it like it's your way, but I almost feel like you might push back, be like, well, it's not my way. I just understand the rules and I understand how you're supposed to do it. So I'm getting that kind of pushback, but people are kind of like, oh, okay, the Sagittarius seems to understand. You seem to have to lead other people and explain things to people and show them a better way to do it. And they're finally getting it. And they're seeing like, oh my gosh, this is so much easier. Like by listening to the Sagittarius, it's so much easier. And I feel like that's kind of funny. Only kind of like, yeah, if you listened to me in the beginning, we could have been doing this a lot easier before. But you know, people have to give their pushback. But at this point, abundance, the Nine of Cups, like people are really understanding you. Okay. Is that right? That's a weird feeling, because I almost feel like you might push that back too, like, well, I don't know if they're understanding me, but they're going along with me. There's like a pushback here. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like, well, maybe they're understanding me, but they're going along with what should happen here, so it was fine. People are very happy with you. I'm telling you, people are happy with you. I just feel like you might be questioning it, kind of like, are they really? Yeah, they are. They really are happy with you. Things get really smooth here. Like, things are very smooth, very easy. You're in a period, because, you know, these are periods. These happen for a little while. I wouldn't say it was permanent, but there's a period of, like, easy going, easy sailing, you know, lazy river. We're moving forward, but we're happy how it's going. You're putting in a lot of effort, but it doesn't seem like there's a lot of pushback. What needs to be done seems to get done. You may even be a little bit ahead of yourself at this time, ahead of schedule. You're happy with that. Then I'm getting like, you know, with this situation, as it naturally occurs, choices need to be made. But you're seeing it coming. I'm getting you're seeing it coming, but you're not making decisions right off the bat. The Two of Pentacles, I'm getting you're looking at what's coming, and you're like, okay, there's going to be some things that need to be done. How are we going to do this? What needs, like, let's build this together. Like, there's a little fire next to that pentacle at the bottom. Kind of like, before we move forward, before I see this happening, let me see what we need to do to get this prepared. You seem to be moving forward like in a preparation sense, almost like there's a party or something like that coming, and you're like, well, it's not for another month, but there's no harm in starting to look in what I need to purchase or what type of situations I need to get ready for this. Who might be coming? You know, do I need extra chairs? You know, there's no harm in, you know, looking into what I might need and kind of seeing what I could line up ahead of time. So you're kind of like being a little preemptive. I got a little extra time. I see what's coming. Why not get ahead of it? Why not get ahead of it? You seem to have the correct talk. What do we mean by the correct talk? Like, you're talking to somebody who seems to be able to move this forward. But when I say correct talk, it feels like it's not about knowing the right person to talk to. It's just kind of like you're talking to a person who seems to have a benefit or some type of advantage that you might not be expecting. And somebody's going to support this and kind of like, yeah, I know it's a month away, you're right, but why not get ahead of the game? Why not, like, see, like, what type of chairs, you know, what type of food, who could make this, who could make that? You know, do we have to reserve an extra amount of space, or, you know, what do we need to do? Is it going to be something we've done before? Just lining things up and making it easier. Kind of like, you know, why don't we make it an easy situation if we can? You seem to be putting forth the plan. They're supporting you. You're both thinking, hey, it's a month away, but still, why not get ahead of it? You're like, all right, you're right. We know it's going to happen. This seems to be a situation where, like, it's going to happen. It's not like a possibility. It's going to happen. It's like on the schedule. It will happen. So might as well have stuff ready ahead of time. Within reason, obviously. You're putting forth the plan. All right, let's do this. Let's do that. We're going to get this from this situation. We're going to, like, pull that together. Should we get those now, or is it better to get them later? You know, when we get them, where are we going to store them until we use them? Or do we just wait until the proper time? You seem to be working with this person very well. Other people may join. Other people may join because I feel like there's a lot of excitement, kind of like it's not really a stressful situation because everybody's working together. Everybody seems to be wanting to pitch in. You seem to be attracting people in this sense. You got the Two of Cups, but I feel like you're attracting more people. But it's also talking about getting along very well. Yeah, there could be some type of romantic thing going on here, but when I'm connecting to this with the fertility and the health, especially the health is what's really kind of like giving it a different flavor. People seem to be bonding. I'm getting that with the Two of Cups. Like, people are bonding. The health with the fertility, like, people are bonding, but the health is telling me it's like deconstructing bad habits, because there's a lot of time here to deal with this. So if somebody has like this bully mentality, or somebody uses this poor me mentality, I feel like this is the time where people are like, okay, we don't need to be over aggressive. Let's calm that down, and like, there's no need for that. Or if somebody's pulling the poor me thing, somebody's saying, listen, we got a lot of time. There's no reason for the poor me. If you can't do it, you can't do it. If you can do it, great, but like, there's no reason for the poor me. I'm getting the health is like some people are bonding with others, but they're also helping people stop bad habits, like the bullying, the poor me. I don't know if that's, the poor me is an actual name for that, but it's like, you know, when somebody's all the poor me, like, oh, I'm trying to do this and I can't do it, but they're just poor me. It's kind of like always the poor me thing. Somebody's deconstructing that. I hate that poor me thing. It's like, you know, if you can, you can, you can't, you can't. But the poor me and the whining about it for days, I can't even bother. Where is this going next? There's a face down card. Is this good? It is good. Okay. This is face down, which is telling me this is people are bonding around you. I feel like you might notice people who don't usually get along might be working out their differences. And you might notice there might be like something going on here. I'm trying not to say it for some reason, but maybe because you might figure out that somebody's kind of having an affair or something. I have a weird, or somebody's like seeing somebody and they're trying to keep it quiet. There might be like one of those behind closed doors situations going on. And it doesn't have to be like somebody cheating, just to be fair. I don't know. There's something weird with this. You may figure out like, oh, they're seeing each other. They're seeing each other. Really? Oh. Like, it's one of those moments where you're like, oh. You may figure that out because I'm getting this is hidden. You might figure out something that most people don't know. That's very... okay, let's see where this is going. It's kind of like... They're kind of giving you a heads up about finding out about something that not everybody knows about. That's going to stay a secret. But I'm getting like, you don't seem to be having a problem with this. I don't know if, see, there might be like an affair, but there also might be just kind of like a very hidden romance going on here that maybe the people involved are afraid other people are going to object to. Because I'm getting destiny, healing, passion, and creativity. And then you got the Queen of Wands here with it. I'm kind of feeling you might support this situation, but you also might have something to say about it. In the sense of like, you know what, if you're going to do that, maybe you should make changes in your life to do that. If you've decided that's what you need, maybe instead of hiding this over in the side, maybe you should change things in your life so you can actually live out in the open without hiding things. You might be like more of like one of those people like if you're gonna do that, maybe you should put that more on the level. Maybe you should level that out because I feel like you might be having very private talks with one or both of these people once you figure out what's going on. It's very supportive. I feel like this is a very good thing if you decide to do that. I feel like you're like inspired by this, kind of like, all right, well that's what you want to do, but maybe you should make that more like change things a little bit so it's not something so secretive. Maybe it doesn't have to be secretive. Maybe you're telling these people like, hey, I know you're doing this and I know you feel that's the way you have to do it, but maybe that's not the best way to do this. Let's just talk about it. You're very helpful. At least one of these people means a lot to you is what I'm also getting, is why you're kind of like saying something about the situation. Because you want these people to know that you support it, but you also feel like maybe they could do that a little better. Safe travel with the moon. I almost wonder if that's what this is all about. You figuring out what's actually happening around you and not knowing where it's going, but trying to help somebody find a safer way to do something. There's something here. I know it may sound strange, but I don't feel like you object to it, but I feel like you're kind of like, well, yeah, but maybe we should do this a little better. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can be a support and help you move this into a better arena so it doesn't have to be so secretive. There's something with the secretive thing here. It's definitely, you're leaving it up to these people, which I feel like that's for the best. But you're also becoming more a part of this situation. It's just interesting how what's leading you into it. And they're giving you a heads up. This is what you're getting led into. You're coming into this as a helpful energy to make this go better, to help this go better. It's not something you're expecting to be a part of, but there's like this heartfelt feel, like you feel for these people, and you're like, I don't want this to go bad. Maybe this can go better. That's what you're getting led into. The outcome is the moon card. Like, not sure where it's going, but you're trying to make it a little bit more. And there's like a question of safety here. There is a question of safety here. So that has to be worked out. I feel like this whole reading is about giving you that heads up of what's coming your way so you're more ready for it. Because I feel like you might be kind of like questioning, like, wait, is that really happening? Really? That's happening. Huh. And then you seem to need to get involved to help it work out a little better. Your heart's in it. Your heart is in it. Otherwise, I don't think you would. All right. Well, I'll be looking at the comments on this one because I'm curious where this is going to go. But that's what I got for this. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.